The price of Kaspa is about to go parabolic once again. You guys can see that we had a nice little beautiful bounce on this support region, or I guess I should say on this trend line. And we know historically every darn time we came back and retested this support line, we essentially exploded. Okay, so you guys can see right here, the trend line obviously started right here back on October 2022, and ever since we've been bouncing off this trend line. Now we know what happens when Kaspa bounces off this trend line. We have massive pumps, whether it's 340%, 450%, and right here we also had a massive one of 800% and another one right here sitting at 500%. And the big question is, will Kaspa make another 500% pump right here, or perhaps a 350% pump, going it all the way up to $1? So that's what's happening right now for Kaspa. Before we have a look at a bunch of analysis that I do want to talk about, including the stock RSI right now, which is extremely oversold. And the last time we saw the stochastic RSI being extremely oversold on the weekly time frame was actually right here back on June 5th, 2023. And since then, Kaspa has been exploding over 1100%. So that's 11x from here in a matter of 5, 6, 7 months, which is pretty crazy. We're going to be having a look on how this falling wedge on Bitcoin can affect the price of Kaspa. And of course, guys, we're going to be having a look at this trade that I took on Kaspa. That gave me a return of 110% in a matter of a bunch of hours. So you could see right here that Kaspa is currently ranked number 39. If Kaspa does go to 50 cent, this would roughly bring it, the market cap, to approximately $11 billion. Now, $11 billion is very doable considering what Kaspa is capable of. Now, we know the volume is coming down. The volume has been quite low in the past couple of days. We know that a massive run is coming. Okay, so we're seeing pump, but the volume is low, considering that the market cap is $2.7 billion. Now, another thing that you guys need to understand is that Kaspa is not just any crypto. It's not proof of stake. It's not, yes, it's a layer one, but it's a ghost stack. Now, obviously, I'm not going to go into what is a ghost stack, but obviously it is here to solve the crypto trilemma. And one of their biggest competitors is probably Taraxa and KDA. A lot of people think that they're competitors, but I don't think so. I mean, yes, Kadena does have some sort of DAC, but this is not really about KDA. It's about Kaspa right here. Currently ranked number 39. So obviously a top 50 crypto. The market cap is sitting at $2.7 billion. And I think that with the amount of money that is about to flow in this crypto market, in this bull market, we're about to see Kaspa go to not only $11 billion, but $30 billion. So by the way, if you guys want to trade with me on Fairdex, not only you could get up to $100,000 of bonuses, but you could see right here, I call out all my trades in my link in the description below. You could go ahead and copy my trades as well, or manually if you want to go on my Telegram. You could see right here, OP is about to break out. Let's ride. I wrote that, and you could see right here, boom, I made $3,800 on one trade, and I left 2 trades open that I made another $3,600 that I closed just a couple hours ago, and OP right here $717. Okay, so I made well over $7,000, $8,000 on this trade right here. This is the breakout call that I made. It was approximately yesterday, and of course all the positions were closed, half of it in the middle of the night and half of it, or the other half, were closed today. So if you want to join my Telegram channel, feel free to do so. Going back into Kaspa real quick, actually before that, going into Kaspa, I do want to have a look at Bitcoin. So a lot of influencers are calling this Bitcoin analysis right here. A lot of people are scared about this falling or rising wedge, I guess you should say. Now, rising wedge is when you essentially go up in a slant and it gets tighter and tighter and tighter, and usually the target of the rising wedge is where it started. So can Bitcoin go back to $42,000 after peaking as high as $49,000 for the first time in a long time? So we could see right here that if we do have a closure, guys, below this level right here, which would be roughly $45,400, we should see a big breakdown to $43,000. And of course, the thing that I do want to have a look at is the stochastic RSI, because we are oversold on the stock RSI right here. And historically, every time we are oversold, we usually end up pumping. The same thing happened right here. So right here, we were oversold. Guess what happened? That's when Bitcoin took it all the way from 41,450 all the way to $50,000. So we saw literally a 18% increase, a $10,000 gain right here on Bitcoin, because we know every time we are oversold, guys, we usually have a big pump. We were oversold right here. Guess what happened? We consolidated, got ready for the pump. Boom, exploded, took it all the way from 41,400 to 45,600. Another time happened here. We were oversold right here, oversold, boom, what happened? Exploded. So obviously, every time we are oversold on a stock RSI on the 4-hour time frame, we usually end up taking and making big moves to the upside. Now, another thing is that we are a little bit overbought right here on the daily time frame. So obviously it's going to be very interesting. We also have some sort of bearish divergence right here. So we have an increase on the chart and a decrease on the stock RSI. You could even take out the regular RSI right here, and it would show you some better movement. So you guys can see right here that the regular RSI is looking pretty bearish. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you could see right here, this is a massive bearish divergence right here. We're seeing a massive decrease in the chart, and of course a big increase on the regular chart. So we're gonna have to see what happens here. Going back into Kaspa real quick, guys. So this is the move that I have been waiting for Kaspa. I've been waiting for Kaspa to come back and essentially retest this trend line. If you guys go back to my last video on Kaspa, I did mention that I would like to see a nice little correction, because we were getting pretty much overbought right here. Now, you don't want to buy when we're overbought ever, because that's when investors get tired. Investors will look to sell. The same thing pretty much happened right here. We were overbought. Guess what happened? Corrected, came back to the trend line, had a nice little double boink on the trend line before bouncing up to the upside. And this is not really complicated technical analysis. I mean, you should literally see this trend line right here without even making this graph. This should be very easy and obvious to essentially spot. I've been making these bounce off these trend lines right here every darn time. Of course, I do have a bag that I'm holding, but with leverage, I've been making these trades, guys. And you could see I took this trade right here, which resulted in over 100% return for me. So that's what's happening right now for Kaspa right here. The blue is flipping over the orange right here on Kaspa on the stock RSI, which is a very bullish move right here. So we're gonna have to see what happens over the weekend. Having a look at the 4-hour time frame, or let's have a look at the daily time frame real quick. We did have a nice little breakout on the daily time frame right here, as you guys can see. Let me remove all the drawing real quick. If I actually take this and break to the downside, you guys can see right here that we did have a nice little breakout on the daily time frame, which is obviously pretty good. Guess what happened after the breakout? We came back down, kissed that trend line before breaking out again. So in that breakout, we had another breakout, which was very bullish. Okay, so that's what's happening right now for Kaspa. Things are looking pretty good overall. Now, would I go long right here? I don't know. It really will depend on Bitcoin, in my opinion. But if we manage to break this resistance right here, which is a pretty important one, sitting at 12.5, we should see a massive run to the all-time high, which is around 16 cents. So that is my video, guys, on Kaspa. If you guys like this video, of course, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, turn those notification bells on so you guys never miss a video. And of course, if you guys want to get a bonus to up $100,000 worth of trading bonuses, make sure you sign up with my link in the description below. And of course, you can go ahead and copy my trade using the copy trading feature. Peace out, guys. Happy weekend, and I'll see you guys in my next video.